My name is Calvin Nyakundi. Kenyan business could face a new credit squeeze if the government's plan to increase local borrowing and cut down foreign financing is anything to go by. Now, according to the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi, past decisions about foreign debt made by previous governments are to blame for Kenya's high debt distress, necessitating a new approach. Esther Diana with more.
Brace for even tougher times ahead as credit supply to individuals and businesses is further curtailed as the National Treasury plans to crank up borrowing from local banks in the coming years, a move that could further see banks deny households and businesses credit and increase lending to the government. Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi intimates that government has a plan to keep credit supply up and lending rates down.
The short-term bills. Today it's about 8%. If it remains like that for a year, we will consistently save 8%. External financing is becoming scarce. It is not an option. If there is room for borrowing, think more domestically.
According to the medium-term debt strategy for 2025 to 2028, the National Treasury plans to increase borrowing from domestic sources to 75% and reduce borrowing from foreign lenders to 25%. Currently, local and foreign lenders have an almost equal share of public debt, which stood at 10.9 trillion shillings as of December 2024, of which 5.8 trillion shillings is from domestic sources and 5.05 trillion shillings from external lenders.
Some decisions that were taken from 2014, coming all the way to 2019, have put us to serious debt distress. We cannot stop borrowing. It is a lie. We cannot balance our budget now. If you balance your budget now, you will not offer services to the people.
Despite the continued drop of the CBK benchmark rate that has seen lenders compelled to reduce interest on loans, economists have in the past expressed concern that the trend may be reversed if the government's appetite for domestic debt remains unchecked.
That we are not crowding out the private sector as we speak. The problem with the private sector has been that the interest rates have been high. So what the government needs to do is to keep our borrowing rates low so that Kenyans, also the private sector, also get access to the market at a lower rate.
And I think it's good to focus on our domestic debt that it depends from a financial market. It helps to give access to our insurance sector. While
speaking in Nairobi, Mbadi said that the country's debt sustainability and repayment is on track despite being faced with what the Treasury terms a short maturity period constraint. As the country strives to manage public debt, it is also looking to ensure that 75% of Kenya's debt is sourced locally. This, the National Treasury has said, noting that external sources are shrinking at the back of risk factors such as fluctuating interest rates. Reporting for KTN, I am Esther Diana in Nairobi.
And M Group has recorded a profit before tax of 20.8 billion shillings for the period ended 31st December 2024.